first off, who are you?
I wish I knew.
You are Jello, get it? Jello Biafra?
What, did my pink ruffle panties give me away? We all know what you like, Nardwuar.
And I want to say Baboom, but the new CD you're going to put out is called Kaboom.
Tentatively, yeah, but it's not named after the cereal. It's named after the World Trade Center being reduced to cereal. It's the Big Kaboom Part 1. There will be other parts in the series as this ill-advised war on terrorism continues to evolve or devolve. It's not a triple album like the other spoken words. It's just a single disc this time. It's sort of a teaser for the longer one. I'm not sure what I'm going to call that one yet. It might be called Machine Gun in the Clown's Hand. It might be called Osama McDonald. It might be called all kinds of things.
Jello Biafra, Boucher, is that a French name? Do you have French roots in your family?
I think several hundred years back I do, but for all practical purposes, I'm generic.
Now, there's a rumor going around, Jello Biafra, that you're up for the lead in Vampire Hookers 2.
Well, that's the first I've heard of that one, but as long as I can play one of the hookers, I'll be okay. I've already been thinking about the implants and all.
Guess who's playing tomorrow night in Tucson, Arizona, Jello Biafra?
Are you hinting at the fake dead Kennedys that they've advertised as a reunion and put my picture on the flyer and in the ads to bilk people paying $20 American to get in?
Yes, I am. What the hell is going on there? Brandon Cruz, we just have some hardcore cred. He wasn't Dr. No. He's replaced you, Jello Biafra, right?
I don't know whether you'd call it replaced or just fronting a really cynical, inept karaoke or cover band who happens to have the same members of Dead Kennedys but have none of the consciousness or the soul anymore. Their motivation is sheer greed. Apparently they were asked in Denver a few nights ago, well, what's this with Brandon not even bothering to learn the words? And they just laughed.
And like lyric sheets are falling out of his pocket in Brazil?
Yep.
He didn't know the lyrics to Viva Las Vegas.
Maybe he didn't care.
Jello, there's a brand new book out called American Hardcore. And in that book also, there's an interview with Winston Smith, Jello. And he mentions about how Dead Kennedy's graffiti is actually in a Moscow jail. Where have you seen a Dead Kennedy's graffiti?
All kinds of places, including parts of people's bodies that probably shouldn't have graffiti tattooed on them. But, I think my favorite was, it was the people in Live Skull sent me a postcard from some little town in Minnesota, and all they could put on the postcard to show how wonderful their little town was a photo of an old tank in the city park. And guess what was spray painted on the tank?
D?
Okay, and on top of that, I also collect newspaper clippings of local articles of mysterious satanic cults where it shows a cop or somebody shining a flashlight on satanic graffiti, and again, it's the DK logo.
Jello Biafra, I was searching the internet. I'm sure you love questions that are preambled by that. And I found some website that had some story about how Henry Rollins melted a rat on you.
Again, this is what happens when you exaggerate stuff on the net. I was crashing in his apartment one night when I went back down to D.C. with DOA after Dead Kennedy's East Coast tour in 81, and he was still Henry Garfield then. And when I finally fell asleep as the sun was coming up, a roommate took Henry's late pet rat, who was in a little milk carton coffin in the freezer that was still being mourned, and held the rat over me, and the water started to melt, so this rat was kind of dripping and drooling on me when I woke up.
Yuck, that was the story. Jello Biafra, who is behind the September 11th terrorist attacks? Who really is behind it?
Paul from the Diamond Center.
How about war? Is force justified in any means at all, Jello Biafra?
That's a tough one. It depends on the situation. I mean, on one hand, there's the argument that people should be left alone. On the other hand, there's the argument to wade in and stop slaughters in places like Bosnia and Kosovo, and what we probably should have done in Rwanda, and respecting other people's culture is well and good, but I draw the line at where some branches of Islam what they do to women.
Now, winding up here with Jello Biafra, Jello, what do you think should happen to your countryman, John Walker?
Oh, I think he should be on Hollywood Squares.
Okay, Jello Biafra, just curious, that picture of you and Tammy Faye Baker, have you joined an enemy? You are kissing Tammy Faye Baker there.
I think she's kissing me.
Why should people care about Jello Biafra? Why should people care?
That's for them to answer. I'm not sure I care sometimes.
And lastly, Jello Biafra, in retrospect, was Governor Jerry Brown all that bad?
Well, the ones that came after him certainly made him look good. He did do some good things. He also made statements at the time like, I'll move left and right at the same time. You watch me, which he's done as mayor of Oakland now, too. And the statement that really bothered me at the time was that people were looking for a leader on a white horse, and the strong hint seemed to be that he was that person. And I was fresh out of a town that was filled with, what would now be called New Age yuppies and stuff, who were all getting a little too comfortable and looking for gurus to tell them what to do. And I thought if a politician ever grabbed onto that, we were in trouble. Thus the California Uber Alice song. When Reagan got in, I realized that was much bigger trouble.
Thanks very much, Jello Biafra. Really appreciate the time. Keep on rocking in a free world, and doot-doodaloot-doo.
Kaboom.